There, welcome back to day 5 of Anti-Self-Bullying Week. My name's Emma Ward and I run Imagine Your Image as a confidence, life and style coach. Now I'd just like to start by saying thank you to everyone who sent me a message, an email or a text to say how much they've enjoyed the videos and that they've actually resonated with them. I'm really delighted to hear that. And secondly, I want to just say sorry for yesterday's video. I have no idea what happened. I recorded it on my iPad, just as I have done all the others, but when I uploaded it, it seemed to be really wobbly. So if you got a bit seasick watching it, you'll know exactly what I mean. So I'm going to try and keep it more still today, and all I can do is apologise, so I'm really sorry. Now, today, the last day, is a culmination really of all the other videos, because we've talked about being a self-bully and the importance of changing your mind, so looking at when you are being negative and making that much more neutral with a mind to making it positive. We've talked about releasing the need to compare yourself or body bash, and also looking after your body. So we've dealt with the mind and the body, and today is all to do with the other part of us, which is our soul. Body, mind and soul, that's what we're made up of. And the problem I find is that when I say to women, clients, or when I'm doing talks, I'll say to them, if I gave you a cloak of confidence for a year, what would you do with it? And the majority of people just don't know. They don't know what they would do if they had confidence for a year. They might know if they won the lottery that they would want a bigger house and a nicer car and to go on holiday. They'd pay off debts, they'd give money to friends and family and charity. But we're talking about something much more than that. I'm talking about what is it that you want to spend your time doing? Who are you? And if you've been a self-bully for a long time, you're probably completely disconnected from who you really are. You probably don't know what it is that you want. And I know how frustrating that is. And this activity I'm going to talk you through today is something that I actually did when I was recovering from ME. And the idea is that I had to bring more fun into my life. And that's great. I can't think of anyone who doesn't want to have more fun in their life. And the idea is you're going to take yourself off on a date. Now, I use the term date loosely. Really, all it is finding a pocket of time that you can spend with yourself. And it's really important it's just yourself, because you're trying to get to know you and who you are and what makes you tick. So I had to start doing this, and it sounded really exciting to start with, but I had a real problem because I was thinking, well, I don't know what I want to do. So I started by buying some things to make some cupcakes, and that was fine to start with, but then I had to wash up at the end, and I just thought, this is not really exciting. Then I thought, oh, well, I'll join the gym, but I'm not really a gym bunny. So I really had to dig deep and had to think, what is it that excites me? Who am I? So I want you to give yourself the gift of really knowing who you are, because if you're a mum and a partner and you've got a job and lots of friends, you're an aunt or whatever, all these roles that we have end up making us come a little bit further away from remembering who we actually were before life took over. So give yourself the gift of getting to know yourself better. So starting by planning these dates is one way of doing that. So if you use the list that you came up with on Tuesday, when I talked about what you would do if you didn't let other people's perception of you worry you, or you didn't compare yourself to others, what would you do? So what would you do? If you had a day that was just purely for you, what would you love to go and spend your time doing? Write that down, have a little think. Would you want to go off into nature? Would you want to go into the city? Would you want to go and see an art gallery or a museum? Would you want to go on a course, jewellery making? Would you want to go and start a new dance? If you were to release the need of worrying about what other people thought of you and bullying yourself, then you open yourself up to so much more. So have a little think about that, because it's actually something that a lot of people struggle with, and it's a bit of an identity crisis, I think, and more people are suffering from it. And it's really important that we start to dig deep and understand our true essence of who we really are, because then we've dealt with the mind, we've dealt with our body by looking after it and its needs, and we've dealt with that burning passion inside of us, because when you do that, you really can create the life that you imagine. But you have to know what that is to start with. So have a little think, write down, what would you do if you had a day to yourself? Even if you don't get a chance to do it, you could just do parts of it. And it really will help you to understand yourself a little bit better. So thanks for listening to these videos. I'm really pleased lots of you enjoyed it. If you'd like to find out more about what I can offer with you if you became one of my clients, then I'd love to answer any of your questions. I have a coaching program that I talk through all of the things that we've done, but we go into much more detail, so you really get to see what is it you're thinking about yourself, how can you turn that around if it's negative, what is it that really brings you alive, who are you deep down under all of this, what do you want to spend your time doing, what would you do if you could create your life in any way you wanted. So thanks for listening, and I will be back in touch. I will be making some more videos, because even though I messed up yesterday's ones, I've actually really enjoyed doing this. So thanks again, take care, and I will see you very soon. Bye bye.